What is going on, friend? Sean Don coming back with a technical analysis. Here we have Gavin Lee. I have no information on him except for this video, so we're gonna send it. All right. So if you're interested in a technical analysis of your own, go check out my website gripandrip.co. Sign up for an in-depth technical analysis if you want something more. I don't know, long term. Consider throws programming, throws coaching, membership, the complete membership, whatever you want, and you get a little bit more detailed stuff. You could get a whole workout for the whole month, and also get technical coaching along with that if you're interested in that kind of thing. I don't know. Doesn't matter either way. I'm over this intro, so let's get into it. Gripperrip.co. All right, take a look at it. Yeah. So, Gavin or Christopher, I really don't know. Once again, all you did was reply with a Google Drive link. Pragmatic, straight to the point. I like it. Sent 2 videos, and they both look pretty similar. This one, I think, accentuates your issues a little bit more. That being said, like, you're doing a toe and 2, 3 turn. I'd say you could probably do 4 turns. At least looking at your throw for the very first time through about turn 2 or 3, I was like, oh, he's going to do 4 turns, and you only do 3. So consider that for the future. Once again, not sure what your goals are, or are you in college, are you in high school, how far you're throwing, but I'd consider maybe making a switch to 4 turns, because the system in general, how you turn with the hammer, is pretty solid. Like I said, I think there could be some tweaks, some other things could be better, but like, your turns are pretty consistent. It looks like you have it under control. You're not doing anything super crazy. So let's break it down. So yeah, like I said, 2 lines, toe and 2, starting square at the back of the ring. Winds, pretty standard. Moving and grooving with it. Being nice and relaxed, facing the right very well. Shifting very well, hands out. We'll step up, facing 0, ball comes through 0. Turn the shoulders back. Elbows looking good. Reaching back really well, getting good tension. Hips are forwards. Maintaining that tension. Eyes off to your right before 0, like that. And you can see you're kind of shifting over that left side, setting it up. You can see eyes and head leads a little bit, but you got this long left arm. Love to see that. You can see you pushing through that right leg, stabilizing that left side. I really saw it through entry. And so it's very minute, but this left side is just a little bit antsy in entry, and especially in the later turns, I think we will come to find out. But as you can see, body stability is very good here in entry. Body stability is very good. You just got to let the ball get a little bit more ahead, and you can't see it because it's cut off by my screen recording app, but the ball is just below where my mouse is right here, as you can tell by the wire. And you can see you're very stable as the ball goes through 0. And then you pull back just a little bit too soon, leading with, like I said, the head and the left side a little bit. So there's a little bit of left side tension here. And that's, I think, going to come back to kind of make things a little bit tougher later on. But that being said, it's very minuscule. If you look at the angle between the wire and kind of your left arm and where your head is pointed, it's very small. I'd say maybe try to keep your eyes a little bit more kind of back where the ball is, kind of over here at this point, and then let the ball kind of get a little bit more ahead. Kind of let the ball whoosh a little bit more, sling the ball in there rather than like you're kind of leading it with this left side a little bit. But you can see good direction. There's a little bit of direction back towards 180 in this first turn. And you can see, like I said, same thing, the head's leading it just a little bit, especially if we look at this point, head to 180, ball a little bit behind. Not a huge thing, just food for thought. Like I said, try to let the ball just get a little bit more at an entry and control that left side a little bit more. Really nice and tight single leg or single support movement with the legs. I think you could maybe try to step a little bit more forwards. And I think that's perhaps what fixing your entry would help with. So letting the ball get a little bit more head, you feel the ball more out left. If you feel the ball more out left and you let it stay out left, you're going to feel the ball stretch a little bit more towards 180. And if you feel the ball kind of pull towards 180, you're a little bit more connected with it. You step forwards a little bit, get a little bit more direction. You're just going to have more tension on this first catch, where you can see you kind of step around just a little bit and your feet kind of land just a little bit over rotated. As you can see, this right foot's a little bit closer towards the back of the circle compared to the left foot. And with that, this is where I think the left side really starts to kind of get ahead a little bit. Posture is decent. Hips aren't super back. You're wearing the belt. That's totally fine. Arms are pretty long as you come through this second turn. You can start to see, like I said, the system's pretty solid. Like, you're turning with the hammer pretty well. It's just this left side's a little bit tight. You can see this left arm kind of coming across the body, head turning to the left ahead of the ball, and you kind of just cut off the rotation a little bit. Good direction, though. You can see you're kind of settling back into the throw, kind of sitting back as the ball goes through zero. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. But you can see it's just as the ball, or as you kind of get to the end of double support, the ball never quite gets ahead as much as it needs to. Kind of pulling this left side back and getting tight with that left shoulder. But good hips up into this end of double support, getting hips up, good posture. And you see same thing, you can see the shoulders kind of shrugging up a little bit, leading with that left side. Good playing with the hips and the shoulders. Still just head leading a little bit. And I think same thing here, you're just a little bit over rotational. Kind of come around again. Catching just before 270, but that right foot's a little bit close towards the back circle again. With that left side's going to tighten up to feel a little bit more tension. If there's not as much tension on the catch, the left side's going to pull to create it so you can find the ball. And this is where it gets more dramatic. You can see right here. So this is, I guess, when it comes to definitions of pulling and dragging and stuff like that, this is definitely more of a pull or a drag. As you can see this, if you drew a triangle between the shoulders, hands, arms, whatever, you drew a triangle, you want the point of the triangle to pretty much be kind of out in front of you, maybe a little bit behind, but not this far behind, I suppose. As you can see, this left arm is really kind of coming across the body. And you can start to see that left side really kind of pull back before the ball gets 3-0. So ideally, like, your stability is really good. Like I said, your system's really solid. If you were to keep this left side here just a little bit longer and you let the ball get 1, 2, 3, 4 frames more ahead, so you kept this left side where it was, let the ball get a little bit more ahead, you're going to feel the ball really whoosh and accelerate, and it's probably going to be a really uncomfortable feeling, but that's kind of what is going to take your throw to the next level, letting that ball get 3, 4 frames more ahead, 1% more ahead is what I like to say, because it's really subtle, and letting the ball get just a little bit more ahead makes a huge difference in the throw. But right leg's working well, left side's kind of pulling back, like I said, a little bit early. You can see a little bit of tension, right shoulder's kind of shrugging up a little bit to kind of compensate, because if that left side pulls in, the right side gets shorter, so the right side needs to shorten to also kind of stay with the system. But right leg's turning well, good single support move with the lower body again, pretty solid plane with the level or shoulders and hips. And then same sort of thing here. A little over rotate on this catch, catching at 270, but hips are really underneath you. That's great. And then same thing on the finish. You're going to see this left side kind of pull back and come across. And you see, so let's say if on your catch, your left side stays right here, stays there, stays there, stays there. It starts shifting back right about from here on. So about 45 before 0. See that left side pulling back, coming across. And like I said, both throws you sent were very similar. This one you pull back more dramatically on the finish. So I wanted to just to show you, I wanted to, analyze this video. And you can see as you pull back more with this left side, that right leg stops turning, and you're kind of you're working your hips, but it's just not as efficient, I guess, as it could be, because you're pulling back and shortening the orbit around the left with this tight left side. And you see this left foot kind of comes forwards, but you finish out. So, like I said, overall, I think you do some really good things. Your posture is very solid. Your arms are pretty relaxed for the most part, outside of that left shoulder tightening up later in the throw. But that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Yeah. So just one more run through. Like I said, I think a little bit more direction would help. And like I said, it really comes down to the entry, letting the ball get a little bit more ahead, letting the ball kind of, like I said, whoosh past you, right in the entry, right through here, letting the ball get a little bit more ahead. Sling it in there, really like off 270 as the ball's coming through 270. Sling it forwards and let the ball go. All right. And then just turn with it. Feel it go around the left, feel it go forwards. You have good body mechanics in terms of turning with the ball, your hips and your posture, all that stuff's good. You just need a little bit more step forwards, perhaps feel that ball stretch towards 180. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just repeating that. I think if your entry got just like 1% better, letting the ball pass 1% more, your second turn would get better, your third turn would get better. And then it's just a matter of kind of controlling this left side, like I said, letting the ball whoosh kind of every single turn, letting the ball sling each turn. And like I said, your turning mechanics are pretty solid. That's just your connection with the ball, being a little bit more patient, and then kind of not yanking yourself out of this finish. You got to kind of stay down, stay in the orbit, stay in the rotation, instead of pulling yourself out of it, as you can see. But yeah, pretty solid stuff. Gavin / Christopher, whichever name you prefer. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. If anybody else out there would like a technical analysis, like I said, gripandrip.co. Any online throws coaching that you might need, hit me up. I got you. All right. Thank you for watching. Until next time, Sean Don signing off.